I want to talk to you about why I'm so bullish on YouTube to help you grow your marketing practice in 2024 and beyond. This is a question that came in response to a newsletter I sent out the other day about should you choose podcasting, blog, newsletter, SEO, social media for your next marketing initiative or channel to go all in on. And my answer was basically, I'm very bullish on YouTube. And so I said I would follow up with the responses to why I'm bullish. And someone else asked me out of curiosity, can you tell me why is it that you're bullish on it versus other platforms? And I'll tell you, there's two really main reasons why I'm so bullish on YouTube and to grow your business, frankly, because number one is that if you think of Google search, it's the number one search engine in the world, followed only by YouTube as the second largest search engine in the world. But if you think of Google, for example, you go in, you type your answer, your question into the query box, and then you get a series of, obviously millions of responses back, but you're really only looking at the first 1 to 3, maybe 5, maybe a whole page, 10, search results on the page, and then you're done. Maybe you click around and then you're gone, and then hopefully it solved your problem, but maybe it didn't. Whereas YouTube has that same functionality. A lot of people are searching on YouTube and they are typing in questions, and therefore we want to answer questions that people actually give us as practitioners. Our clients ask, when they ask us in the course of our work, various questions, we want to write those down and then do that in your YouTube video so that we answer real questions. Nonetheless, people are searching in it. So you think, okay, number one, it's very similar to Google search. It's almost like SEO, but in a video format. Great. However, and this is the most interesting part about this particular area of YouTube, is that once you've created that piece of content, YouTube isn't just waiting for people to search for your thing and then maybe you get ranked for it. YouTube is actively recommending your video, which I think of as an asset. It's a sales tool. It's an asset that you create once and then lives out there in the internet. And then YouTube, it doesn't just collect digital dust, unless obviously a lot of it may, but if it's good, YouTube is going to shop it around and try to find more audiences of people that might be interested in watching your videos, that particular video, and then maybe more like it. And the more of that video you consume, the more likely you're going to see repeat creators and their videos more and more. So YouTube is out there shopping around these assets that you create, these videos, and therefore it's much more of an active discovery platform than Google, which is frankly much more passive. When you try to rank an article for SEO and you try to get it, to the top for search queries that are high buying intent, great. That can be a hugely valuable asset if you get ranked in those top 1 to 3 placements, ideally 1. But usually it doesn't have a lot of effect if you're number 10. Therefore, it's a very difficult channel to crack unless that's your main focus. And so it takes a ton of work to do that. And similarly, YouTube is also a ton of work in just a whole different way. But to me, what I like about it is that it captures the search intent, which also shows up in Google search, by the way, and helps answer questions that people actually have, which is, again, why you want to produce videos around questions that people actually have. And this is one that I'm doing right now. But also that it continues to shop it around and that the ecosystem goes, hey, as long as you're in this, as long as you're paying attention to content topics surrounding this video topic, then I'm going to continue to show you videos. I'm going to continue to show videos that you've created to other people in that kind of vicinity. And so that's what I really like about it. It's like Google is merchandising your content for you, which helps you get in front of more eyeballs. So that's the big number one main thing that I really like about YouTube. That's very different than search and very different than social media, where in social media you publish once and then there's maybe a 2 or 3 day half-life and then the post is basically gone. It's quicksand. So I don't like doing social media. I mean, I do use social media, but I'm not as excited about it as I am YouTube, for the very reason that YouTube continues to use your asset, even if it's many years old, to keep pushing it out to new audiences, assuming people are resonating with it. So that's that. The second part, and this goes back to when you're selling your services or you're selling your expertise, I focus on helping marketing professionals do that to create more leveraged and profitable solo marketing practices by going from doing to managing to advising to teaching. You can learn more about that on kevin.me. But what I really fundamentally believe is that in order for people to want to hire you or to do business with you, to buy your products or services, depending on where you're at, they need to get to know, like, and trust you. So YouTube is a unique platform in that you're creating a relationship with people that you've never met before. Many of them are complete strangers, although you'll also get in front of people that you promote your videos to. So you want to be publishing your videos and putting it out to your newsletter. But what I like about it is that it builds intimacy. It builds a relationship with people that are ultimately strangers. And maybe it doesn't happen on the first video or the second or the third or the fourth, but when people keep seeing you around, eventually things are going to click and they go, you know what, I should get on Kevin's mailing list at kevin.me/subscribe. And I should subscribe to his letters because what he says on YouTube is interesting to me. And I'm a marketing practitioner and I want to grow my business. And so in a very meta point here, my point is that you want to be yourself and build a relationship. And you can do that in a much higher fidelity way than you can via just text or an SEO article. And it's pretty neat as well, because when people see you on YouTube and then they go find you and see you on social media, they start to connect the dots. They start to go, oh, that person's familiar. I think I've seen that person before. And that creates a lot of familiarity, and that creates a lot more signals that you're credible and authoritative. So those are the two big reasons. You want to build a relationship with people, and ideally you want to leverage the fact that YouTube is incentivized to push your video content, your assets, out to more people that are in your target market, ideally, especially if you've done a good job on your titles and your subjects. But these are the two main reasons that I think YouTube is a great platform, because at the end of the day, as practitioners, we want to have more demand for our services than supply, which means we need to create a big top of the funnel, not necessarily a big one, but a very focused top of the funnel, so that there's a lot of interest that can filter through, because you really only need a small group of clients at the end of the day to make a very good living as a service provider. And then as you go along the chain, if you will, the steps in the journey, as you get into more of a strategist and a teacher and an advisor, that's where you may want a slightly bigger pool of people so you can teach at a little more scale and create a little more profitability and leverage in your practice. But that's a video for another day. I'll talk to you about that in another day. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button if you like this, and leave me a comment below if you are interested in helping yourself build a more leverage and profitable marketing practice. And so those are the reasons that I'm bullish on YouTube, and I hope to continue to create content. It's not going to be great in the beginning. I'm working on getting editors. I'm working on just sort of trying new things and learning as I go. But I'm the kind of person that if I don't produce content, I will never develop the skill or the muscle to do it. So I'm going to keep pushing my best thoughts out to the world and sharing what I know and sharing answers to questions that people are actually asking. So if that's you, follow along, and hopefully you'll get more answers to other people's questions that will help you grow your marketing practice as well. So I'll leave it there for now. Two reasons. One, YouTube pushes your content. Two, it builds a relationship, and relationship is what helps you sell, build an audience, and ultimately create more demand than supply, which is where all the magic happens in your business. Bye for now, my friends. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll talk to you soon.